Well, you'd like to be Ange Postecoglou, wouldn't you?
I would, yeah.
What a start it's been for him, winning his first home game in charge of Tottenham 2-0 against Manchester United in the Saturday night football. Stephen, what have you made? They're calling it Angeball.
Yeah.
It's a bit like in the old days. Everything had to have gate at the end, didn't it? Watergate and football gate. Now everything's got to have ball on the end. Angeball. What do you think of it?
Like it. I like it a lot. I like him. I love his demeanour in and around the press, around the players. I think he comes across as the type of guy you want to play for. And that is a big thing when you walk in a changing room. I think when he was appointed Spurs manager, I think if you're a football person and you're in the game, you'd be excited by that appointment. I think he'd have excited the Spurs players who were still at the football club, who were getting phone calls off him to sign at the club. I think you'd have been delighted knowing that he was going to be the manager. I think he's taken an unconventional route to get to where he is at the moment. Obviously, being out in Japan and Australia, then obviously to Celtic and now into the Premier League. But everything he does oozes class. And he's got a real nice way about him. Yeah. He's got that way about him, though, which I like, where is that I'd want to be his friend, but he'd also, if you crossed him, I think there's a side to him that you wouldn't want to cross and you'd know about it, which I think is a great strength to have as a manager.
Yeah, and it would have been easy, I guess, to have sat on a pity pot and the bottom lip would have dropped with Harry Kane going, but there seems to be none of that sort of talk around there, does it? So that must be testament to him as well, the way he's managed to rally the players and get them going again.
Yeah, I think he comes across really well, and I think obviously as a player you want to hear what he's got to say, you want to buy into what he's trying to do. You can see it is high risk football. It is an attacking style. You can see that the players are enjoying playing that sort of way. And I listened to Son after the game, and he was saying, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying that we lose the ball. We have to try and win it back quickly, because he said if we win it back quickly and we're high up the field, I'm closer to goal. You know, whereas if you've got to retreat suddenly as an attacking player, you retreat, you win the ball back, you're in your own half. You've still got 30, 40 yards to go before you can have an attempt at goal. So you can see that they're enjoying it, they're buying into it. Obviously, that comes with results as well, doesn't it? So, you know, if the results start coming, but the enjoyment is certainly there, and you can see there's a different atmosphere around Spurs at the moment.
I think the question about Harry Kane's a very interesting one, because obviously I think it was 43% of Tottenham's goals came through Harry Kane last season. But he's won things without a Harry Kane in his team. So he knows his formula of what he does on the training grounds, behind the scenes, the way he conducts himself with the players. That works. So from his point of view, he's thinking, OK, I'd rather do it with Harry Kane in my team, but if I don't have Harry Kane, I'll find other ways to do that. That's a quality manager. Yeah. It's not moaning about what you haven't got. It's about what I've got, and then also the window's still open. He'll probably still be actively looking for a striker now, trying to bring someone else in who can add to that as well. But the signs without Harry Kane so far are very good. From the two performances we've seen, I think we've seen a vast improvement in the way Spurs are playing. And I think Spurs fans will be delighted with the tempo in which they're playing at as well.
Yeah, what he's done as well is utilise players, perhaps motivated them, like I'm thinking of Basuma in there, but also the way he's employing his fullbacks at the moment. What did you make of what you've seen there?
Well, that is the modern day way of playing, isn't it, with the inverted fullbacks and how they're playing. I think you've got to be able to play it as a fullback. I think it's one of the systems at the moment where the fullbacks are dipping inside and they are playing very narrow. It leaves you exposed down the wide areas. I think if teams see that, they can exploit it, but that's part and parcel of it. I think the strength in it is that you can push your midfielders higher up the pitch and your wingers higher up the pitch, and then again, you win the ball higher up the pitch and you're attacking 20, 30 yards from goal, rather than defending deep, sitting in a shape and a block and being difficult to play against. I think it suits the way that he wants to play at the moment. I think this will continue to evolve in the next sort of season, 2 seasons, and then Pep will do something else and it'll change a little bit, and we know it'll have a cycle again. But it's not just Pep who's doing it. It's other managers are trying to find different ways to play to counteract those fullbacks moving inside as well. And the thing is that they're not going to do it every single game. It depends how other teams set up, and that's where, again, I think he's very adaptable.
Is Richarlison adaptable to the way he wants to play? Is he suited to the way they want to play, or is he just going through a tough time at the moment? Where do you see him?
It's hard, isn't it? I think when you're coming into a side and you're trying to replace the irreplaceable Harry Kane, you know, the amount of goals that he scored, you're always going to say, well, Harry Kane would have scored that, or Harry Kane would have been in this position. So he's in a really difficult position, obviously coming in, trying to not replace him, but trying to fill that void, if you like. Yeah, he's... You know, I think with Richarlison what you're going to get from him, but there's going to be times where he is through on goal and he could maybe pick a better choice, a better decision.
Sorry to interrupt, Sue. Do you think his body language helps him with people, though? That's
just him. That is the way he was like that at Everton. Yeah. So I think sometimes maybe that is just the way he is. I don't think it's anything to do with... You know, because
I've seen him on social media, and he's a character.
He's a real character, and I think he's a real character in the dressing room as well, isn't he?
But if you're a Spurs fan watching him, and he's sulking at everything, and the head's down, and he's like the body language, and he's moaning, the arms are getting thrown. I'm thinking, try and give off a better, you improve your body language to people, and sort of pick yourself up a bit. I think that can change everything, a fan's perception of you. And I think at the moment he's struggling a little bit on that side of things.
Yeah. Does he need time? That's the other thing. You know, we always talk about time, don't we? So does he need time to adapt to that role and what they want him to do? And because I just think having Maddison in behind, like the quality that he showed, we all know that he was going to come and he was just going to adapt straight away and fit in straight away. He's got that quality. So Richarlison will know if Maddison gets on the ball, you make a move, he'll find you. And is that just going to take a little bit of time, or is he just not suited to the way? So I'm sure Ange Postecoglou will know, and he'll be either looking for somebody else or looking to change things around.
We'll find out in the
or
next
will he
couple
come
of weeks,
good? Yeah.
We're used to your body language, Rob.